Hi, I'm Laura, and this is another edition of the Laura Report. We're here at our San Antonio showroom with Katie Decareaux, our VP of Cabinet Sales. And today, we're going to interview her on the ins and outs of doing a kitchen remodel. Now, before we get started, can you kind of give us your background on your experience in the industry?
Well, I'd love to. I've been doing this for quite some time. I'm sorry to say it's probably been almost 30 years. I started in the industry on the interior design side of the business.
Okay.
Along the way, I ended up working for a plastic laminate clad millwork shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came over to factory builder stores 15 years ago. I've been working for factory builder stores now as the cabinet sales manager. I have recently been given the very important job of designing and overseeing construction on our new showrooms. In April of 2014, we had a new showroom finished in Austin, and we recently entered that in a design contest for Pro Sales magazine.
Yeah, and we
won. Excited to say we won for design and technology in that showroom. And then in September of 2015, I completed the new showroom in Grapevine.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a gorgeous showroom.
Thank you so much. It was a huge project, but I think it turned out okay.
Just okay? No, it's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
If you're ever in Dallas, stop by our Dallas showroom.
And we've recently been remodeling different vignettes in the showroom as well, so it's kept me very busy.
Great. Now, when you're doing your different vignette designs and showrooms and home remodels, where do you pull your inspiration from?
Oh, that's a great question. The Kitchen and Bath Industry Show, KBIS, is held once a year. This past year, it was in Vegas. It is now part of IBIS, which is the International Builder Show.
Okay.
And they call it the Design Construction Week. It's a fantastic show, and all manufacturers show their product there in order to let us know what's up and coming and what's next in the industry.
Okay.
We took a whole team of our designers this year to Vegas, and it's very informative.
Okay. Besides the design show, is there anywhere people, everyday people can go to pull design ideas for their
Absolutely.
kitchens?
Houzz, Houzz, is a fantastic place to put together a design book. It's my idea of a design magazine, if you will.
Okay.
And put together a book, and we have a page there.
We've got a Houzz account for every showroom we have.
Absolutely. Yep. And of course, we also have a beautiful website, so people can visit the website as well.
So you were recently at KBIS. Can you tell us some of the trends you pulled from that this year?
Absolutely. Of course, we've seen a lot of painted cabinetry for a while now, and I think that will still continue.
Yeah.
All different whites, grays, many shades of grays, and then also taupe is getting very popular. We're seeing a lot of taupe coming into it. Another thing that I think is a unique trend right now is reclaimed wood. There's all the craze about reclaimed wood. I think that the interesting thing about manufacturing cabinets is that we're trying to make new wood look old and reclaimed. That way you get very fine drawer guides and hinges. So that's a great look. Another thing that has been going on for a while is flush inset appliances and flush inset cabinetry.
Okay.
That gives just a beautiful look to a kitchen, contemporary as well as transitional, nice clean lines.
Okay.
Manufactured cabinets do a great job of that. And then I guess for the third thing would actually be interior accessories. Because there are so many baby boomers right now remodeling their kitchens and we're aging in place, there's a lot of interior accessories that now are bringing everything inside the cabinet out to you.
Okay, so it makes it easier to get to things down low.
Easier access, correct.
Now, what are some important things people need to consider when planning their remodel?
Well, obviously, always important to remember budget. They should consider the investment that they have and how much they should invest in on this new kitchen. They could go online and take a look at a remodeling calculator. We have it on our website. This will help someone understand that how much the house costs, how much they should spend on their kitchen.
Okay.
It's also important to remember their lifestyle and how they use their kitchen. How many people are going to be cooking in this kitchen, preparing meals? Do they have limited time in the evenings to prepare a meal? if there are children in the house, and also their pets. They need to consider their pets when they're in the kitchen. Of course, the last thing, or maybe another thing to consider, would be how does this kitchen work with the rest of the house. It's important to remember that style of the home. Just because you like that particular style of kitchen, you need to make sure that it does go with the rest of the house. And our designers can help with that.
So what is a common mistake you see when people do kitchen remodels?
Well, Laura, I think quite often people are concerned about their budget, which they need to be, but they end up spending less money and making a bigger mistake in the end. They need to consider when they're remodeling, how long are they going to be in this house? Is this for just 5 years until they can flip the house or sell the house, or is this long term? And so a lot of people will paint cabinets and put a new countertop on. And probably the biggest mistake there is they've just invested $4,000 to $6,000 on a hard surface countertop, and yet they put it on a cabinet that the life expectancy is only a year or so. The drawer guides aren't working, the drawer fronts are falling off, and so they've made a costly mistake there, because in order to change that now, a year down the road, can be very costly. You can crack that countertop trying to take it off.
Now, do you have some helpful tips to save money when it comes to doing a remodel?
Sure. I might suggest that as people are remodeling, they should consider building on their investment. For instance, they need to invest in a fine cabinet and perhaps a nice countertop. But an area that they could save money is backsplash. And the reason I say that is because as the order goes in remodeling, you would install your cabinets first, then your countertop, then your appliances, and last your backsplash and decorative hardware. Well, that's an easy upgrade down the road. Perhaps they only do a small backsplash and later come back, remove that small backsplash and do something a little bit.
So like in a couple years later when you have a little bit more money, you can...
Exactly. And you aren't going back to the beginning and removing everything through the process.
Do you have any advice for people who need to find a contractor or designer?
Sure. At Factory Builder Stores, we work with quite a few remodelers and builders, and we can make recommendations. And they can also go to their local remodeler or builder associations. Something to also consider is that they should at least get 3 names and interview them. Make sure that they work well together. They will be in their home for quite some time.
Now, is there any other advice you can provide to people who are doing a remodel?
Yes, I think it's important to remember that there are quite a few talented mill workers out there, and I think that they would do a fantastic job with maybe fireplace surrounds or media centers or entertainment centers. But it's important to remember that in a kitchen, your hands are wet and there's lots of chemicals in the kitchen and bath, and you're touching those doors all day long and the hardware on the drawers. It's important to remember that there's a lifetime warranty on a manufactured cabinet, and that finish has been baked on over time. Just like you wouldn't bring your car in and paint it in the garage, you shouldn't paint your cabinets in your home.
That's a good point. Very good. Well, that does it for this edition of the Laura Report. If you would like me to investigate on a specific topic, fill out our request form at factorybuilderstores.com/the Laura Report. You can also check out more Laura Reports on our YouTube channel.